Hello, hi, my name is Lafania, and today I will be discussing to you about what I've learned in this week's chapter, as well as a few things that were discussed within the group. We based our topic on the lack of parent education. So, when building connections, I decided to build my connection based off the textbook as well as another resource called The Parental Involvement of Your Child's Education by Annie E. Casing Foundation. So they both emphasize of how important it is to be involved in your child's education. I feel like this is very much so. I feel like those who don't have the parental involvement in their education are less likely to succeed. So, for example, this is how I see it. If there's two kids and one is, well, let's just say one child. There is a child, but he is failing. And the parent who is very much involved notices it in the very beginning. They're able to deter their child into a better plan by having conference meetings and talking to the teachers and finding ways to help the child so that they can deter their grade from failing to improve. Whereas a child who doesn't have parents who are as involved may be failing in the beginning and it slips through, and now it's the middle of the year and finally they're noticing, and now it's making it harder for the child to catch up because now they're playing catch up. They also have to learn more materials. It just becomes more overwhelming and more work. Whereas if it was situated in the beginning, it would not have been as difficult later on in the year. So, some challenges that we face. So, in chapter 16, it talks a lot about the challenges that the Black communities face: inequality, lack of funding in schools. I feel like in Black communities, there's a lot of less resources that are being provided. I feel like if there is more funded programs, then parents can find ways to take on these programs. You know, if there are more funding to after school programs for parents to go to school and improve in their literacy, this would help not only the child, but it would also be less work for the teacher as well. Because I feel like, yes, the child goes to school to learn, but I mean, you see your child, as a parent, you see your child more so than you do the teacher. So I feel like if the parent is very literate and has a great education going for themselves, they're able to also be on top of their child to make sure that the same goes for them as well. Whereas a parent who doesn't have the best education is probably more unsure of how to help their child, and therefore the child struggles more. So, concepts. So I think it is very important to have extra fundings and resources available to these communities. I think that, well, that's pretty much like the biggest thing, I think, is funding. Once you have the funding available, then you can have a higher participation rate. So, changes that can be made. So I think improving the programs and resources that are out there, making sure to make it diverse so that it fits all communities, not just a Caucasian community, but it fits Black communities as well. Offering affordable books, educational materials, assistance, financial assistance. These are things that can help improve a parent's education. And once a parent's education has improved, I feel like it's in best interests for everybody, because not only are they able to help the child, but they're also making it easier for a teacher. I think it just fits well. All right, thank you for listening.